and welcome to the Wiltshire Caravans handover video for the Elddis Avante 550. Go around the outside of the vehicle first, but I will start at the back before I start describing much. Just for ease of use on the video, I've already unlocked the external lockers and other areas. Right, okay, so at the back side we can see the grab handles to help with maneuverability. So you've got the attractive light clusters. This has got your reversing lights, indicators, brake lights, running lights, etc. You also do on this model have a highline brake light, space for your number plate, and it's obviously at the back corner steadies. Okay, go inside to the side of the van, window into the bedroom area. But here we've got the two waste outlets for two sinks, as in the kitchen and the bathroom, and for the shower. Okay, so moving further along, here we go. Here we've got the first of the alloy wheels. Hopefully there's one on the other side as well. But these alloy wheels, the wheel nuts are torqued up to 130 Newton meters, and the tyre pressure information is on a sticker on the other side of the Caravan. I'll show you that in a minute. Also got the power touch motor mover on here. There's a separate video to show how that all works. Then we've got the exhaust for the heating system vent if it's running on gas. The exhaust is there. Then the battery locker. And the electric hookup. Here you can see we've also got the isolator for the motor mover. Said I'll show you that on a separate video, but you can just possibly see in there you also got a 12-volt socket and an antenna point for the for an external. Two vents, fridge and freezer, and at the top vent is for the microwave. Here we've got the water inlet is the whale system. Put this in, very simple. Slide this area up and put the pump in, bring that down until it clips, and that's nicely secure in. This area then goes directly into the water, into here, to enable you to have plenty of water. Got a nice little clip underneath the pump itself, so when you're taking your aqua roll away, that can go in there to stop the pump actually dragging into the dirt anyway. Caravan, three windows at the front, another couple of grab handles for manoeuvrability. Although this one's got motor movers, so that shouldn't be any problem at all. And then your gas locker. Okay, inside your gas locker, area for room for two gas bottles. In here will be your electric cable, your water pump, leg winder, and a wheel brace. This runs on the Alco chassis. It also has the Alco ATC, so the Alco trailer control. There's a little sensor underneath that if the Caravan starts to snake or just becomes unstable, the brakes will come on to enable stability for you. This particular model has got an external gas barbecue point, so you don't have to have any extra bottles. That runs straight off the gas point. It says do not use gas, barbecue and awning. I hope that makes sense, because fabric and fire don't generally go together particularly well. Then we've got a locker underneath the sofa, and this particular model has got an external 230-volt socket on there as well, so you can run that into an awning. As I was talking about tyre pressures earlier on, this is the information for this particular Caravan. The maximum plated weight is 1,412 kilograms. The tyre pressure needs to be 58 psi, and the alloys should be torqued to 130 Newton meters. As you can see, motor mover on this side as well. Finally, on this side, this is the toilet where the toilet cassette requires emptying. Note there's no pink rinse required for pink fluid for this particular model. The rinse is done directly from your water supply. This is the standard Thetford cassette. So to remove, lift that, bring that out towards you. This handle is telescopic, so it will come out, enabling you to with the wheels to carry it over to your waste disposal point. To empty, funnel out, take the lid off, put that somewhere safe so it doesn't drop into wherever you're dumping your waste, you know, and then press on this orange button at the top. That will release any gas or air. To rinse out the cartridge, slide that back, open that door, and then you can rinse that out. You will see there's a little float. When that floats up to the top, that will tell us when the you'll know when the cassette needs emptying, because there's a little light on by the toilet footprints that will tell you. Close the door up, close that back up. Blue fluid goes into the lid. There's a measuring part on there, depending on which fluid you use. That's how much fluid you put in and how much water goes in there to dilute. But then into the cassette, close everything up, and then it just slides straight back in, clicks in, and you're away. Happy days. Okay, it's got an awning light, and there's the antenna. But next we'll show you inside the caravan. Doors open. And let's have a first look inside the 550. Let's give you a brief outline of where everything is. Before I show anything in more detail. Toilet area there. Shower on the other side. Okay, so when you come into the caravan, on your left hand side, this is where you find your control panel. Now the master switch is the first one, or the one on the left hand side. Press that, then your main power is on. This switch is for the internal lights. Can't really see in here, as we're in bright sunshine at the moment. And this final one is your awning light, the exterior light. Excuse me. Right, the important bits. This here is all the hot water and your heating control. So for your heating itself, press that one, and it will give you the option of 3.3 amps, 6.5 amps, or 13 amps. If you try to heat your caravan on 3.3 amps, it will take an awfully long time. 6.5 is acceptable and will, you know, get the job done relatively quickly. If you're in a hurry and you need everything warmed up very fast, go to 13 amps. However, depending on how much power you've got left on your electric hookup, while you're there and you decide to put the kettle on or put the microwave on, that may trip the switch, trip the system. So whilst you have an electric hookup, my recommendation is 6.5. That's normally enough. You can run on gas. We don't have any gas connected at the moment. Or you can just have the air temperature, whatever it is outside, blowing around inside the van. So just as a cooling effect possibly, obviously, and off. To the temperature itself, very simple, plus or minus to whatever temperature you require. You have a nighttime setting, so you can set that for, for a lower temperature. You also have a frost-free setting. So if you're leaving the caravan somewhere and it is very, very cold, make sure nothing freezes up. But that is the very simply the room heater. This button is your menu back, and then you have the water heating. So press on the water heating, off at the moment. You can have it on an eco setting. So you've got 3.3 amps. You have a frost setting, but the 3.3 amps is sufficient for your water. You have a timed boost, so if you decided that sort of 3 or 4 of you needed a shower in quick succession, you can have a timed boost on gas or electric. You do get a manual with this, so it's not complicated, so you know, you'll be fine with it. To turn the water pump on, so I showed you the water pump outside, to turn that on so water comes into the Caravan, the little water droplet there, press on that. As soon as it goes orange around or green, then you know the water pump is available to use. We haven't got any water in there at the moment, so I'm not going to use that. Then got time and the amount of volts currently going into the van. I'd expect that because we are on an electric hookup. But very simply, that is the heating and hot water controls. You do get a manual, but if you get confused or need any help, do give us a call at Wiltshire Caravans on 01373 752 100. We're only too happy to help. Continuing on, the first cabinet on your left hand side contains your stereo. Well, I say stereo, it's a radio, also has a USB access and an auxiliary access, and is iPod compatible. Then you've got the TV and radio aerial booster, and then the actual antenna itself. Now, I would always suggest that when you get to a site and you want to plumb your TV in, have a look to see where everyone else's antenna is facing. Undo this thing, this screw here, push the antenna up to desired height, turn it round to whatever where everyone else is putting, and then tighten up, then retune your TV. Stereo's got 2 speakers at the front, and yeah, they're not a bad sound, to be honest. More than enough for your requirements. Got some individual light switches inside the cab, turn on and off. And then you've got the standard window fixings, literally just open, push the window forward, and then tighten up these screws on the side to leave the windows open. If you're leaving the windows open during the day or at night, there's a fly screen. There's also a blackout screen for night time. Be careful when releasing these back, because they can spring back quite quickly. All right, I need to show you something underneath this sofa now, so bear with me. I'll just remove the cushions. I did check, and what I was looking for isn't under there. What I was going to show you is part of the water system. Is actually next to the fridge and the cooker in the cabinet under the floor. You can see a yellow tap. That yellow tap will allow water into the Caravan, and it will also allow you to drop water out like such, and when you're winterizing your Caravan, so that will release all the water straight onto the floor. I also recommend opening your taps when you do that, so all of the water comes out of the system. You may be wondering where the water heater is. The water heater is underslung on the Avante range. Okay, back to the front. Back to front. Yes, I probably sound it. Got this table here. Well, this pulls out into a table, so you can enjoy a glass of wine, cup of tea, beer, whatever you want. Have a game of cards. To put the table back in, pull towards you. It will drop down slightly, then just push back in. Then you also have a drawer, and these are the slats for the bed. So if you do have to make up the 2 sofas into a double bed, that slats come out, those slats come out, and then you arrange the cushions accordingly. Right, to the kitchen area. You've got lights for underneath the kitchen. I'm sorry, underneath the microwave, above the cooker and sink. You also have two 30-volt sockets for toasters, kettles, coffee makers, etc. Bit of workspace and a draining board. Under there we have the sink, nice large round sink, and your mixer taps. Just to be warned that the hot water does get very hot, so just be very careful when you're telling someone to wash it. Okay, so the fridge itself, to power on, the button on the left hand side. Currently highlighted in blue is the electric point, and we can see that because and we know that because we are plugged into electrics here. You've got the option of running on gas if you don't have an electric hookup. Just press on that. Obviously it's beeping at the moment because we have no gas connected on here. Can also run off the car alternator. Now let me just put that back a second. What you can do, as long as the fridge is already cold, you can use that setting when travelling to maintain the temperature of the fridge. It will not cool it down from start, but it will maintain the temperature. Very useful if you're going on quite a long journey and you're not going to get a chance to stop to eat or to stop to collect provisions, whatever. Whilst we're talking of temperature, to change the temperature on this fridge, see where the thermometer picture is, press on that, press again, and you can change the temperature of the fridge. Fridge itself, nice size fridge, get a few beers in here, a couple of bottles of wine, or maybe milk and cheese, whatever. Also have your freezer compartment, which is removable, should you just want a larger fridge. But then where will you put your ice for your gin and tonics? Drawer space, plenty. Cutlery drawer in there. What's the drawer space here? Then we get to the Thetford oven. So oven and grill cooker. So we have the glass lid lifts right up. You have one electric hob and 3 gas burners. Separate grill and separate oven. Now should you require 2 oven trays, the grill pan will double up as an oven shelf. I'm not going to teach you how to use an oven. Very standard gas oven. However, if you want an electric hookup, you're more than welcome to use the electric hob. There's the gas isolators for the fridge, oven and grill, and hot water. Also the separate isolator for the electric hob. 800-watt microwave oven. There is a separate isolator switch for that, and in this cupboard is the area for the plates and cups. And for this particular caravan, they don't come as standard, but this one has been fitted with a Truma solar panel. On the other side of the kitchen area, by the door, that's where you've got a TV point with an antenna or sat antenna, 12-watt socket and a 230-watt socket as well. Underneath there's a little hidey hole which has got your freestanding table. And then we come through to midships where we've got the bathrooms. So on the left hand side, as you're looking towards the bed, you've got the shower. Nice size shower. Must remember that when you are travelling, these doors need to be secured together. But the shower itself is a nice size. Mixer tap, as I said earlier, be careful of the water temperature, it is hot. Got the light switches for the shower and the bathroom, and the washroom I should say. So there's your washroom. Toilet, standard toilet, step for toilet, that swivels because to get your knees in. This is where you do the rinse. This is the where the light comes on if the cartridge needs emptying. Now to empty the contents of your toilet, slide that across to let everything out, then slide it back. Remember to slide it back, otherwise you cannot take the cassette out when it's saying it's full. Okay, you've got mirror, mixer tap, cabinet space underneath, and there's a little bit of cabinet space on the side as well. Got the ever popular sunroof that opens into the toilet area. Always a good idea. Now, a little feature I want to show you is with the toilet door, that closes completely the other way around. Well, not the other way around, to block off the kitchen and lounge area completely. So you can have some privacy in that respect, or if you've got other people staying with you. Now, you might think, well, as soon as they open the door, they're going to see us anyway. This is what this screen is for. So it gives you a couple of options of privacy. So you've got a screen that can go across, or you can close off using the toilet or the washroom door. Okay, into the bedroom. Cabinet with a mirror. I'm trying to avoid the mirrors. Don't want to scare anyone too much. So nice size cabinets. You've got a 230-volt socket and a light switch for the bedroom. More cabinets. Blimey. Then you've got 2 wardrobes and 2 cupboards above the bed. Individual lights with individual switches on the bed. This bed itself pulls out to about 6 feet 1-ish, I think. Still gives you enough room to come round. You've also got drawers on both sides. And in the corner, you have a 230-volt socket, a 12-volt socket, and another antenna and satellite point. So you can have a TV fitted up in the bedroom, should you wish to do so. All right, we've got a couple of different skylights in this particular model. In the bedroom and in the bathroom, this particular model, you actually pull down on the handle and then bring it towards you, but while keeping pressure down. Likewise, when you're putting it back, pull down on the handle, keep pulling down with a bit of pressure, and then slide forward. Make sure these plastic lugs are inserted, otherwise it's not fully closed. Do not ever travel with them open. They've all got their own blind system as well. So you've got blackout blinds, fly screens. The only one that doesn't have a fly screen is at the front sunroof. That has a blackout blind, no screen because it doesn't open. The slightly different one at the front over the lounge. This button pushes in and you can then just pull back to open up the sunroof. And then push it back, push it in, but make sure that clips over. Oh, I haven't shown you yet where the fuse box is. Under the right hand sofa, got the fuses and the breaker switches, should you need to, if anything ever just trips out, if you've used too much power on the heating or whatever. Okay. Caravan comes with a carbon monoxide and a smoke alarm, so that's the smoke alarm and the carbon monoxide alarm. And I think we're just about there with this fabulous Avante 550, the 2021 model. Any questions that you may have regarding use, whatever, please do give us a call here at Wiltshire Caravans on 01373 752 100. That's 01373 752 100. I haven't shown you the space under the bed yet. Oh, better do that very quickly while we're here. Lots of space to, that's the carpet for in here. That's lots of space to store items. But that, I have to say, is about that. Thanks for watching and enjoy your caravan. Thanks now. Bye-bye.